And we're live. I'm here at the No Kings rally. Come on in. Everyone's welcome. Probably should have told more of you about it, but I made it. It's raining. Got my rain boots on. I've got this umbrella up, which I know isn't the best in terms of visuals for you guys, because I just don't want my phone to get wet. And I'm all on my own, which is a different experience for me because, when I worked in news and mainstream media, I wouldn't be alone covering something like this. I usually would have someone with me, at least a camera guy, maybe security. But I have to say, so far, it feels peaceful. It feels like a parade. It doesn't feel like a riot. It's a march. I mean, listen, there's a lot of inflammatory stuff I'm seeing around me. People are clearly here to protest the president of the United States, but it feels pretty safe. I want to show you some of the police presence. There's a lot of it. I feel like I am just walking down the street with a bunch of police. Actually, never felt safer, to be honest. And I got to go through some of the signs. A lot of them are pro-Palestine, like Jewish elders say, hands off Palestine. If you can pay for a parade, you can pay for Medicaid. Hate doesn't make us great, no kings. There's a lot. This is something. I can take my earbuds out if you want to hear it, but I don't think you'll hear me. Can you guys hear the sounds around me, or are you just hearing me? And do you want me to take my earbuds out so you can hear the sounds and be there? Let me know. We can kind of hear. Okay, let me take my earbuds out. Give me a second. Appreciate y'all joining. I know it's a small crowd right now, but could grow. Right now, they're chanting "No ICE." Okay, so you're hearing a lot of "No ICE." Where is this? 30th Street and 5th Avenue in New York City. ICE needs to chill. This is a huge, and like I said, lots of police. So yeah, guys, I'm here. Send your questions, by the way. I can talk to some of the people next to me. So this man right next to me is from Rise and Resist. Sir, do you mind if I ask you a question for my YouTube Live?
What's that?
Do you mind if I ask you a question for my YouTube Live?
Sure.
Okay, what brought you out here? You're pretty hardcore. You're not wearing, you have no rain gear.
I'm a marshal with Indivisible, and I was just helping block traffic at one of the intersections. But I'm here because it's a grave moment. We're in danger. The United States is in danger as a constitutional democracy.
When you come to these events, do you worry that it might get violent?
Some, because there's a possibility, but I know the organizers, and I know that they are the stated training for marshals, the stated training goal of the organizers is no violence, it's peaceful protest, it's the right to assemble, the constitutional right to assemble and protest the policies and actions of the government.
Right.
So that's the goal here, and I think it's largely played out. I've experienced a peaceful march with, and when people say I hate Trump, I don't hate. I try not to. I don't join those.
Yeah.
I don't join those. I speak about the right of my fellow Americans, who include people who aren't yet supposedly documented, to have due process and to be treated equally under the law.
Okay.
And that's the biggest danger right now.
What would you consider yourself like as a sounds like you're definitely a Democrat, but how would you describe yourself?
I'm a very progressive Democrat.
Right. Would you
I'll
say
be ranking Brad Lander #1 and Zoran Mamdani #2, and the Working Families Party slate in general. I vote on the Working Families Party slate in New York elections.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, this is so. As you can see, there seems like very reasonable people around. Has not gotten violent. One thing I noticed, sir, I noticed a lot of American flags, and I think the purpose of that is to show that there can be counter programming to the parade that Trump is, arguing is a way to honor the nation, the military, honor the Second Continental Congress, and the naming of George Washington, the Commander-in-Chief. But a lot of these people too, like right here, they have American flags with them too, and they're trying to say, we can be patriots and disagree with the way that the country is being run.
The idea that Christian nationalism equals patriotism, the idea that discriminating against people and depriving them of their essential right to assemble or their right to protest is so anti-American. The flag, I support the flag, but I'm part of the movement. I support the movement to bring back that the left should carry the flag. We should wave the flag because the values of Trump's version of government is not American. It's not.
What do you make of these upside down flags, though? There's a lot of them too.
Well, that's historic. That's a traditional sign for a nation who's under, a ship flies it. It's where it started. Ships fly the flag upside down to show that they're in distress. That's where the
so it's a way of saying
from.
the country's in distress.
And it says the country is in distress. It's not a way to disrespect the flag.
Okay.
And of course, the most disrespectful thing for the flag is people who fly it on their trucks until it's in tatters. That specifically is against the flag code, which I learned in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
60 years ago.
It's interesting because I was at a flag museum recently, and I noticed that a lot of politicians used to take the flag, and a lot of political parties would actually put their faces on the flag and their logos on the flag. And we've come a long way from that, I would say. Don't you think? Like Lincoln had his own flag, and then Confederate, they had their own flags. I do think that's probably a good thing, but yeah. It's
one thing I should say. I'm only speaking for myself as an individual. I'm not representing any other organization or anything like that. I've been helping Marshall, but I'm not an organizer of the parade, and I'm just realizing I don't know what our media policy is. I'm just a volunteer, so I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm only representing myself.
Got it. Where did you come from?
Windsor Terrace in Brooklyn.
Okay, so you didn't come from too far.
No. It wasn't too much of an effort.
Cool.
My wife and daughter were here marching with a political candidate, and lots of friends are here. But it's it's an important thing.
So
My family in the Midwest is marching. People in Michigan are marching, and tiny towns, one 100th the size of New York. People are marching, and I hope they continue to march.
Yeah. Have you seen any violence or anything since you've been here?
Not a hint. No, haven't heard anything. I mean, there's some people who've, been saying things, but they're occasional, a little, the occasional trolling, but that's not bad. That's just, and they get a right to. By the way, that. If someone disagrees with me politically and says so publicly, I want to protect that right.
Yeah.
And I don't want to start a fight with them. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Interesting. Well,
where are you from?
I'm from. I don't want to give up too much of my information, but I live in the area. I live in the area. Yeah. grew up in this area as well. So
Yeah, I'm not supposed to say I live in Windsor Terrace. It's all right.
you know, I can explain, but yeah, this is people are asking, what am I doing there? I'm there to see what it's like on the ground, to tell you guys what's really happening. So let me do a shot so you can see what's around me. I have a stalker.
You have? Oh, you do? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That's why I was like, I don't want to say where. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, the joys of the internet.
Yeah.
No. I have a 19-year-old daughter on social media.
What do you guys want to see more of? I mean, I'm walking through here. There's all, you know. Yes, this is New York City. We're on 5th Avenue and 29th Street. So, interview libs. I have been. I think everyone here is a lib. Grass chompers. So let me see if I can talk to someone who came out here. No Waymo burning cars. We don't have Waymo in New York, but I don't get the vibe today here that people are down to burn cars. This feels more like a parade. And I think they're trying to make a point of making sure that this is a safe space. Okay. I'll ask people next to us. Do you mind me asking you what brought you out here?
Well, I hate Trump. First of all, I hate Trump, obviously, and I feel like we should use our voices for good. This is a perfect example of it, and I think I can't stay quiet any longer. I don't know how people are living their normal lives right now. Yeah. Frankly, this isn't anything but normal.
Let me ask you what you do, or where are you from?
I'm from Long Island, so I took the train out here. I'm a college student.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
young. You're under.
I'm 20.
You're 20. Okay.
Yeah, so and I think this is a great thing for young people to do.
Yeah.
So.
Were you worried about coming here, like about violence or anything like that?
I was a little bit. I tried to prepare my best. You don't know what to expect. You know, you could be as peaceful as you want, and still forces will, use violence against you, tear gas you, use rubber bullets. We see what's happening in LA.
Yeah, I was worried about that too.
I know, but I think it was peaceful until the cops didn't make it peaceful.
Yeah. What's your biggest reason for coming out here?
I don't think Trump should be president, quite frankly. I think ICE needs to get out of our country. I think everyone belongs in our country. And I can't tolerate it.
Okay, I gotta show this really quick.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you're getting the vibe right now, aren't you? Billionaires beware. Luigi Mangione is here. This is quite the broad stroke of the Democratic Party. Yep. It's oh gosh. They're even going Epstein. This is a lot, guys. This guy's standing up here. I can't imagine. This is really a good idea, frankly. But yeah, this is
no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, 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 no fear.
Yeah, so it's a mix, but it does feel like people who want to come out and protest obviously often have very extreme views at times. Obviously the glorification of Luigi Mangione is it's kind of troubling. And also, anything that like suggests violence is not great. It does feel like it is starting to kind of chill a little bit. You know what's interesting? I haven't really seen any counter protests. All right, guys. Yeah, the parade's moving pretty slowly. I'm kind of along the side of it right now at this point. And lots of tacos. Lots of tacos. People are texting me, how is it? How was it? Guys, check out my live, right? Send this to your friends. Here's what I'm seeing. How am I doing holding up this camera, by the way? Are you guys okay with it? Not what I'm used to, but you're getting the raw, unedited cut. Nobody can say I did any shooting. Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it horizontal. Everybody hang on. Oh, orientation is locked. Sorry, guys. Oh, wait, let me see if I can change that on my device. Let me try. Nope. I can't do horizontal. I don't know how to fix that. Apologies. Hang on there. Vertical's fine. Okay, vertical's fine. Yep. We the people means everyone. You see that? Yeah, you do see a lot of American flags. Like I said, I think the point is to show that they are, they're patriots as well. I think that's the point. That patriotism can't be co-opted by one party. I think that's their point. And someone on my team is actually at the parade in Washington. Bought some tickets. We'll see how that goes. A big part of the reason why I didn't go to Washington was because I knew that they were going to be able to really break it up, and that they were going to be able to break up any sort of counter protests, and it would be really difficult to move around. So that's why I thought, you know what, I'm going to stay in New York. And oh geez, I just saw a Deport Melania sign. Yeah. A little nasty over here. I'm not there to support this. I'm just here to report on it. I want you guys to get a flavor of what's going on. And also I wanted to be here because, is it peaceful? So far, seems like it. Is there destruction? So far, no. I am keeping it peaceful. Smooth jazz. I have no interest in violence. No main character energy for me. Just want to report on what I'm seeing so you guys can see it for yourself. No ICE, no National Guard. I actually think that the NYPD has really managed this pretty well. Now we're doing a little loop. It looks like it's going in a different direction. So Philly, someone said that CNN says that Philly is larger than New York. I believe it. This is yeah, you get some characters out here. Someone said dissent is patriotic. That's what one of the signs says. Do you guys agree with that? Dissent is patriotic. I don't know. Sounds like fight ignorance, not immigrants. I'm gonna get back in the crowd now that I know where we're going. Yemel says depends. I wonder why. All right, guys, I am Kate. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. We've been on here for 20 minutes. I'll jump back on if you want, but thanks for joining. I will hop back on if I sense anything that feels worth covering, feels a little, dangerous, newsworthy, but I'm just seeing a march. I'm seeing people just acting pretty normal. And of course, please subscribe to the channel. You can support my independent journalism. Go to tarapalmeri.com. You can sign up for my newsletter, The Red Letter. It's where I break my exclusive reporting. And yeah, I'm on the ground here by myself for the first time. I mean, I used to go with networks, and it's part of the reason why. Part of the reason why I didn't really cover the LA protests or riots, because I wasn't really there. And I couldn't really tell you myself. So that's why I thought I got to get out there and actually see it for myself before I tell people what's happening. Angles of cameras, just people's agendas, you don't really know. So that's why I want to make this channel a place where you don't feel like things are being pushed on you. You can decide for yourself. Yes, I am the press. All right. Bye. Independent media.
Okay, that's the